Welcome to the Talk with a Doc show. My name is Dr. Shireen Banakdar. I am your corrective care chiropractor. I am your natural and holistic functional nutritionist and detox specialist. And today we're talking about 9 signs of magnesium deficiencies. And we're going to talk about how to physically treat magnesium deficiencies. We're going to talk about some causes. So for those of you that are here, you're listening, thank you so much. Please make sure that you follow us on all of our channels. If you love this video, please make sure that you press like in your YouTube so that you can receive the rest of our videos. In order to connect with us over social media, you can go to our website called www.harmonywellness-frisco.com. Again, it's harmonywellness-frisco.com. In order to reach us by phone, you can always call us at 945-888-2988. So let's talk about magnesium. Magnesium is arguably one of the most important minerals in the body, which is why magnesium deficiency can be such an issue. So according to Norman Shealy, which is an MD, PhD, an American neurosurgeon and a pioneer in pain medicine, every known illness is associated with a magnesium deficiency, and it's missing cure to many, many diseases. So not only does magnesium help to regulate calcium, potassium, and sodium, but it's essential for cellular health and a critical component of over 300 biochemical reactions. So even glutathione, which is our body's most powerful antioxidant, has been called the master antioxidant, requires magnesium for its synthesis. So unfortunately, most people are not aware of this. And if you are magnesium deficient, then your detoxification pathways are not going to work properly. So one of the thoughts, it was once thought to be very rare to be magnesium deficient, but here's why you could be. Here are some causes that you could be magnesium deficient. Number one is soil depletion. Genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, which are most of the fruits and vegetables that we are taking outside if you're now buying organic, and the chemicals in our foods have created a recipe for disaster. As minerals are removed and stripped away or are no longer available in the soil, the percentage of magnesium in our food starts to decrease, hence why you may need to supplement. Digestive diseases like what we call a leaky gut can cause a malabsorption of magnesium. And today there are hundreds of millions of people that have got leaky gut. We have an entire show on leaky gut. Chronic diseases and medication use is at its all-time high. So most chronic illnesses are associated with magnesium deficiencies. And of course, when you follow a ketogenic diet, which we'll talk about shortly, and if you're drinking a lot of water, you will lose a lot of water weight, and also you flush out a lot of essential electrolytes. So you got to make sure that if you're on a particular nutrition program, that you're taking a great minimal supplements, okay? You also want to take note that only 1% of magnesium in your body is physically in your bloodstream. So let's go over what are some of our magnesium deficiency symptoms. So how do you know that you're magnesium deficient? If you're getting leg cramps, that's the number one sign, is getting leg cramps. 70% of adults and about 7% of children actually experience leg cramps in regular basis. It turns out that leg cramps can be, of course, a lot of nuisance, but they can also be downright excruciatingly painful. And it has to do with magnesium's role in neuromuscular signals and muscle contractions. So magnesium deficiency, it may be one of the reasons why you have leg cramps. Restless leg syndrome is another warning sign of magnesium deficiency. This is to overcome both leg cramps and restless leg syndrome. You want to start to increase your both magnesium as well as potassium. Insomnia, not being able to sleep. Magnesium deficiency is a precursor to sleep disorders like anxiety, like hyperactivity and restlessness. It's been suggested that this is because magnesium is vital for a production of a neurotransmitter, or a hormone that's in our brain called GABA. GABA function as an inhibitory neurotransmitter. What its function is to calm the body and promote relaxation. So taking about, on average, 400 milligrams of magnesium before bed or with dinner can really, really help to get a restful sleep. Muscle pain, or sometimes people have fibromyalgia. A study in magnesium research has actually examined the role of magnesium that plays in fibromyalgia symptoms, and it's uncovered that increasing the magnesium consumption physically reduced pain and tenderness and also improved blood markers. Number 4 is anxiety. So if you have anxiety, one of the reasons you could be having anxiety is a magnesium deficiency that can affect your central nervous system, specifically, again, those GABA cycles in our body. And its side effect can include irritability. It can include nervousness. So as the deficiency worsens, it causes high levels of anxiety, and in severe cases can even lead to depression or hallucinations. In fact, magnesium has been shown to calm the body, the muscles, and help actually improve your mood. It's a vital mineral for overall mood. And one of the things that I recommend for patients over time with anxiety is taking magnesium on a daily basis. And they've seen great results. So we talked about anxiety. Number 4, I want to talk about number 5, which is high blood pressure. So one of the symptoms of magnesium deficiency is actually high blood pressure. And it is one of the things that we also give our high blood pressure patients. A study with about 241,378 participants that was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition uncovered that a diet high in magnesium foods could reduce the risk of a stroke by 8%. This is profound considering that high blood pressure causes about 50% of ischemic strokes in the world. Number 6, magnesium can cause type 2 diabetes. One of the magnesium deficiency, one of the 4 main causes of magnesium deficiency is actually type 2 diabetes, but it's also a common symptom. There were UK researchers, for example, that uncovered that 1,452 adults they examined with low magnesium levels were 10 times more likely to have diabetes. Isn't that crazy? Low magnesium or magnesium deficiency can cause fatigue. So if you're experiencing low energy, weakness, this fatigue and weaknessless is common symptoms of magnesium deficiencies. Most chronic fatigue syndrome patients are also magnesium deficient. Actually, University of Maryland Center reports that about 300 to 1,000 milligrams of magnesium per day can help, but you also want to be careful as too much magnesium can cause diarrhea. Migraine headaches. So magnesium deficiency has been linked to migraine headaches due to its importance in balancing the neurotransmitters in the body. Osteoporosis is a sign of magnesium deficiency. So the average person's body contains about 25 grams of magnesium, and about half of it is actually in the bone, not in your blood. This is important to realize because if you are at a risk for bone weakening, you really should increase your magnesium levels. So are you at risk for magnesium deficiencies? If you've been having gastrointestinal complaint, because nutrition deficiencies normally start in the gut. So, and it starts with absorption, breaking down the food, being able to absorb what's broken down. So if you're having gut complaint, you're having gastrointestinal complaints, you have celiac disease, Crohn's disease, you may have regional enteritis, then this could cause magnesium deficiencies. If you're type 2 diabetic, you already have, or you have insulin resistance, is really hard for you to lose weight, you could be having magnesium deficiency. Of course, if you're older, as we age, magnesium levels drop. First and foremost, because we simply don't eat magnesium-rich foods as we get older as compared to when we were younger. And this is relatively easy to correct. You just want to increase those foods. And number 2 is because our intestinal absorption starts to slow down as we age. And if you're struggling with alcohol dependence, then that's another reason that you could be magnesium deficiencies. So let's have a look at the best magnesium supplements that exist there. So let me just change this slide for you so that you guys, first of all, if you do take magnesium, this is what's going to happen. Magnesium helps to alleviate any of the PMS symptoms you may be having, period cramps. It helps with your blood pressure. It improves your physical performance, so you have a lot less muscle cramps and aches. It controls inflammation. It prevents migraine. It can help with headaches. It protects against metabolic syndromes like diabetes, as we talked about. It helps to uplift your mood, decrease anxiety, decrease depression. It enhances sleep. It helps to metabolize vitamin D. and it supports brain function because it helps with that GABA neurotransmitter production. It also reduces asthma symptoms. So let's look at some magnesium-rich foods. We are looking at things like wheat bran, cooked spinach, dark chocolate, cashews, and mackerels, which is a fish, flax seeds, dried pumpkin seeds, dried sunflower seeds. One of the easiest way to add this to your diet is to put it over your salads. Buckwheat, black bean, avocado, quinoa, spirulina, figs, even dried ones, yogurt or kefir, as well as banana. Some of the magnesium supplements that you could be taking are things like magnesium chelate, magnesium citrate, magnesium glycinate, magnesium threonate. So I'm going to go over what they mean. Magnesium chelate is a form of magnesium that binds to multiple different amino acids in our food, and it's absorbable by our body. Magnesium citrate, it has citric acid, so that's the one that's laxative, and it helps to improve constipation. Magnesium glycinate is great to correct deficiency. So if you're having a deficiency, magnesium glycinate is the one you should be taking. And magnesium threonate, this is a new form of emerging kind of magnesium, and it is promising because it has a superior ability to get into the energy producing organelle inside our cells called mitochondria. Now, what are some side effects of magnesium? You do have to be careful with magnesium because it can cause diarrhea. So you want to make sure that you take it under supervision. Again, thank you so much for following us. This was some of your magnesium-rich foods that you can start adding to your diet right away. That would help with all those things that you're having, but especially with high blood pressure. Please make sure that you follow us at any of those social media. You can always go to our website called www.harmonywellness-frisco.com. You can also reach us at 945-888-2988. My name is Dr. Shireen Banakter. Thank you for listening to Talk with a Doc show. And I am a corrective care chiropractor, a holistic and functional nutritionist, and detox specialist. God bless you. Remember who you are.